So what do you think? Should we talk about those comments? Yeah, I've been hitting it for a little while right now, so I think we're ready to go. But
What do you mean by hitting it?
hitting it, suggesting it for a few minutes. See, this is what happens. So now I'm a TikTok addict, and I've got lingo. It's crazy. I'm talking like I know what I've got swag.
What is the girl we love on TikTok? What's her name?
The feminist?
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
And you're saying that she left her job?
I think so. If I understood the TikToking right. Is there like a TikTok timeline? Is that too much alliteration?
I don't know, bro. I don't know that much about TikTok.
Yeah. I don't sleep anymore. I just watch TikTok.
I'm thinking about doing bulldog motivation on there, like in the morning with my bulldogs. Like do like a positive quote or something every morning, but I haven't done it. But I think about doing it, but I haven't done it.
It's where it starts, is with the thought.
I did one for like a couple days and it was getting a bunch of views, but then I took it down. A little scared of the TikTok. But anyways, I know that we're trying to get her on the show, but if she really is in between jobs, we should talk to her. She's great at making videos.
Yeah, we could do a thing.
She's funny. Should we do some questions from the audience or a question?
Always.
I think we have time for a question. Remember, if you call in and submit a question and we play it on the air, we're going to send you a Service Drive Revolution swag, a hat, t-shirt, coffee mug.
Yep.
Everything.
Love these voicemails. These are fun.
Yeah, it's fun now that people are calling in and listening to them. Can we play one?
Hey, Chris. My name is Bam. I work over at a Toyota dealership here in Bakersfield. I started watching your show to get a little more understanding about the service side of everything. I watched the episode where you talked about how you had became a GM and actually owned a couple stores. And the question I had was, aside from becoming a GM and going through dealer school, what else do you need to buy your own dealership? Who puts up the money? Does the manufacturer give loans for that? How do you do that? My story is a lot like yours. I started as a detailer and climbed the ranks. I'm an F&I now, doing pretty good at that. Hope to hear the answer on the show. Thank you, man.
Hey, Bam. Thanks so much for the question. Great question. So when you're buying a dealership, you have a couple different things that you're going to have to finance. So the first thing you're going to have to finance is just the basic assets of the business, which means the inventory and parts, the desks, whatever, whether you're buying the building or not, you're going to buy the assets, the computers, lifts in the service department, phone system, all of that. So there's going to be an asset purchase, and with the asset purchase, you're going to have a working capital requirement. In the working capital, you're going to have your parts and payroll and lots of other things. Usually you can't finance that. Usually you got to come in with that money, and that money is, I don't know. You're going to have probably, I would guess, 50% down on that more than anything. And then the next thing you're going to have is what they call blue sky. And so let's say you have a Chevy dealership that is making $1 million a year in profit. And let's say, I'm not a broker, but let's say Chevy dealerships are selling for 5 times or 6 times earnings. So you're going to pay $5 or $6 million in blue sky. So you're going to have a couple million in working capital and assets, and then you're going to have $6 million, $5 million in blue sky. And then the next line of credit you're going to have is used cars and new car inventory, which it will be, $10 million in a second. You can usually do that through a flooring line of credit. Depending on how financially stable you are in the deal you make, the used cars, you might have to have some cash down. You might not be able to floor all of them, but you don't have to start with a ton of used cars either. The new cars, usually the factory will let you floor them, and you'll have a flooring line of credit with whoever the manufacturer is. So oftentimes you can get a bank to loan on the business to an extent, but somebody's going to have to come in with a pretty good chunk of change to make it happen. And so oftentimes there's dealer groups out there that will let you become a general manager and then buy the dealership from them, and they will just retain a certain part of it. And there's also investors out there that will invest. In my experience, most banks don't like to touch first-time dealers. And so you're going to need a partner or another dealer that will invest in you. So probably finding a dealer that wants to expand and wants talented people around and saving your money and then, doing some sort of buyout over time is usually the best path for that.
I think it's the most common right now, too. For those that don't come with a big nest egg to get into it, it's really about the only day in town. I mean, the days of getting a dealership off of a handshake and a smile are gone. I mean, it used to happen 50 years ago, but it's very different right now.
Yeah, and the joke was always like the quickest way to lose $1 million is to buy a dealership.
Yep.
And so banks are very shy because there's a lot of moving parts and it's hard. So, yeah. But good question. Hope that helps you. There's kind of 3 parts to it, and somebody's got to come in with a pretty good chunk of change in order to make it go.
Yeah. The big question I want to ask is, why do you think blonde jokes are so short?
Why do you think blonde jokes are so short? I don't know.
So men can remember them. See, you thought it was a blonde joke, but nope, it was a man joke.
I like it. Thanks so much for watching this clip of Service Driving Revolution. We're uploading new stuff every day, so make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss out. If you have a question you'd like us to answer on the show, call 8333-ASK-SDR and we'll answer your question on the show. That's 8333-ASK-SDR. For special deals on our books and training, head over to offers.chriscollinsinc.com. Now that's offers.chriscollinsinc.com. I'm Chris Collins, and I'll see you in the next video.